Yo quisiera haber sabido antes de empezar a hacer el bodybuilding y a ver cómo están las luces de producción aquí. Tenemos el production montado, ¿ok? Vamos a ver así. Podemos darle así por hoy. Entonces, antes de haber comenzado y siendo un truck driver, vamos a bajar aquí un poco. Antes de haber comenzado, esto no es para que nadie se sienta mal, ni que nadie coja pena, ni nada por eso, nada por el estilo. No, okay. Esto lo que les quiero decir es para aquella persona que está pensando meterse a hacer bodybuilding, que quiera hacer alzar pesa, build a physique, si quiere competir o algo así. Este ojo se ve medio raro, parece que creo que es el lighting o algo así que está sucediendo. El trabajo de troquero es un trabajo que viene siendo básicamente 24/7. Para si quieres ser fisiculturista y estar entrado en el bodybuilding, es 24/7. Entonces, pues, pero me gusta hacer las dos cosas. Y entonces con el bodybuilding, una de las cosas que yo quisiera haber sabido es todos los sacrificios que se tienen que hacer. Por ejemplo, cuando viene Thanksgiving, ¿verdad? Si tú estabas, por ejemplo, yo estoy comiendo ahora mismo una dieta que es ketovore. That's the kind of style that I'm eating right now. And knowing the Thanksgivings before, right? I would indulge in all the sweet potato, all the yams, all the sweet potato pie, the pumpkin spice, you name it. I would have been eating it, you know. And what I know different now is that if I'm not on stage by the time that I needed to be on stage by, and the plan that I had when it comes to cutting, when it comes to bulking, when it comes to lifting, when it comes to competing, the only person that you're competing against is yourself. Because when you're not at the weight that you need to be at, when you don't look the way you want to look, when you can't lift what you need to lift, you cannot blame nobody else but yourself. So that is a sport that where you are solely responsible for your results, and whatever results you see coming in, you cannot blame nobody else. When the you know what hits the fan, or you know what hits the ceiling, you know. When go ahead and hit the like button for me. Angelo, saludo. Mariani, saludo. Bongwi, saludo too. You know, salute to y'all. And what I'm saying is, when your family, you know, Thanksgiving is coming up, and when they're pulling out the popcorn, they're pulling out the cheesecake, they're pulling out the sweet potato pie, and you got a bodybuilding competition coming up. You know, are you English? I'm not English. I'm actually Puerto Rican, you know, from Puerto Rico. That's why Rika Muscle. Oh, you're watching Rika Muscle, by the way. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button so other people can see the content. And I appreciate everybody who's watching right now. I'm just saying, you know, I've been into the lifting and trying to bodybuild for 4 years alongside with bodybuilding. When you're starting out, you're not making any money from it, so you got to find a way to fund your career. While it may start as a hobby for a lot of people, and then you end up realizing, oh shit, I actually love this. I actually love going to the gym. I actually love disconnecting from the world and focusing all in when I'm lifting the weights, you know. But what I wish I knew before I started bodybuilding, by the way, I used to be 222 pounds. I'm 185 now. I'm feeling great. It has not been easy. I've been coaching myself. I've been researching, studying. This is nothing to play with when it comes to your body. When it comes to we're gonna keep it bodybuilding today. We're gonna keep it bodybuilding today, and bodybuilding as a truck driver. And yesterday I went on the live stream, and I was actually very proud of myself. Like I attempted to do a feat that I've never done before, and I've never been to that workout area that I was in yesterday. And if you look back at that stream, the part 2 that I uploaded yesterday, I lifted the whole rack that was heavier than my own body by myself, and it was supposed to be like I weigh 185 pounds. That must have been like 360 or something like that. But I went ahead and lifted it. I was only aiming for 1, and I ended up going for 3 reps for 3 sets each time. But that's a different subject. Another thing, I wish I knew how expensive the supplements are. Another thing I wish I knew. There's a lot of people watching right now, and a lot of people are not hitting the like button. Go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. The supplements, when you're working and you have a job and you're starting bodybuilding, you're gonna spend a lot of money on supplements. A lot of the supplements out there, it's like snake oil. A lot of the stuff don't really work how what you expect to work. Another thing I wish I knew before I started bodybuilding is I appreciate y'all hitting the like button. Go ahead and hit the like button so other people can, so it can show up in other people's algorithm, and other people can see this video coming up. People that are wanting to bodybuild, they can get some of this information before they start. Jesus loves you, and he died on the cross for your sins. Hey, I appreciate that he did that for me, you know. And if Jesus wants to come talk to me, I'm right here for them. You know, I'm right here for him, and I'm all open. What can I use to motivate myself to bodybuild? I'll tell you right now, I didn't even know that bodybuilding was a sport. I didn't even know that bodybuilding was a thing until I turned, I'm 30 years old now, and I ended up finding out that bodybuilding was actually a thing when I turned 26, I believe. I've always in my life, I used to skateboard a lot. You know, when I was younger, I was always like doing some push-ups here and there. Did he just say, if Jesus wants to come talk to me? Yeah, if Jesus wants to come talk to me, I'm right here. That's what I'm saying, you know. I do believe in a higher power. I believe in the universe. I believe in a higher power in the universe. Yeah, and I'm open-minded, you know. So, you gotta believe in something, and if you don't believe in nothing, at least believe in yourself, you know. Because if you don't believe in yourself, who's gonna believe in you? You can't really expect for other people to believe in you when you don't even believe in yourself. So that's what I gotta say about that. And when I was 26, I ended up coming across these videos. I didn't even know that the Olympia was a competition, you know, that they used to hold for bodybuilders. And I was very inspired because right now my height, I'm 5'9", and I saw that the height for bodybuilding is right across the height where I'm at. You know, Phil Heath was 5'9", and right now Derek Lunsford that won this year, he's 5'6". So you could be like, it's like that. I'm at the right height for that. And I was watching a lot of videos. If you start looking at my favorite bodybuilder right now, my favorite physique is Lee Priest. I admire that physique a lot. The guy is 5'4". Go check him out. You know, go Google him when the stream is over. Let me see what the people are saying in the chat right here, so we can see. What can I use myself? What can I use to motivate myself to bodybuild? Go watch some Mr. Olympia competitions, some lineups. Go watch Leo Priest. Go watch Lee Priest. The best of Lee Priest. Go watch that. Go watch Derek Lunsford posting routine for 2025. That's the latest. Go watch Ronnie Coleman. He was a monster. Go watch. They got interviews too for the guy. Ronnie Coleman, he won 8 championships in a row, back to back for 8 years straight, Mr. Olympia. And the guy ended up not being able to walk properly, having to spend over $1 million in surgeries on his back, on his spine, for him to be able to walk. So the guy was squatting, I think, over 825 pounds. Some people say he was the strongest bodybuilder ever to live. Go check out Ronnie Coleman. There's a lot of awesome people in the bodybuilding world. I didn't even know it was a world, that it existed. But yeah, what you could do is go watch some motivation, some cutting motivation or bulking motivation on bodybuilding? Did he just say, if Jesus wants to come talk to me? Yes, I'm open. If Jesus wants to come talk, I'm open to hear Jesus or any higher power that's looking for me in the universe. Because the universe has been talking to me. I'm open-minded. You got to stay open-minded because you got to be willing to receive the blessings that the universe has for you. Let's see what else. All you need to do is ask for him to talk to you. And just listen, and he will talk to you. Well, yeah, that's how I think that's how it goes. For your higher power. As long as that's when the meditation, when the prayer comes in, and for me, a lot of the times, when I'm that's another thing I wish I knew about bodybuilding. When your friends and your family gonna go out to the movies, or your friends gonna go out clubbing, or they're gonna go out to the bar, and you're gonna go to the gym by yourself. And if you don't have a gym partner, or a training partner, a lot of the times you're gonna have to come up with that discipline and go by yourself and go work out by yourself. I've been doing it daily now because I don't want to have to deal with. I've been doing a little bit every day, and that's been working for me. I see my body changing when it comes to that. And because I don't just want to do it 2 days a week or worry so much about rest days and worry so much about the recovery. So I'm emphasizing like doing a little bit every day and just remaining active. I'm not even measuring anymore, just getting in that consistency of living the lifestyle and eating right, working out every single day consistently, even if it's just a little bit, like even if it's 10 push-ups a day, that adds up to 70 push-ups. At the end of the week, you done 70. You did 7 sets. If you ain't never done a push-up in your life and you do 10 every day, trust me, your chest will grow. You'll thank me later. You see, all you need to do is, okay. I play basketball and I get hurt a lot. And I cry. What can I do to motivate myself? You play basketball and get hurt a lot and I cry. What can I do to motivate myself? Ask me a better question. Ask me a more clear question when it comes to that. But if you're playing basketball and you're getting hurt a lot, you're going to have to start getting better at defense. Go watch the best defensive players in the NBA and watch how they play. Dennis Rodman took a beating. They used to play rough back in the day. Look at some games, the Bulls against the Pistons. You're playing basketball. You're not playing NFL out there. You're not playing football. So if you're getting hurt a lot on the basketball court, I don't know what you're doing, but you ain't doing it right. I'll tell you that much. If you want to get hurt, go fight. Go do some jiu-jitsu or go do some boxing. If you want to get hurt, go do some go do some jiu-jitsu. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me hit a front double bicep for everybody out here that's watching right now. You can't really see too much because the lighting, but oh yeah, that's a better shade. Yeah, there we go. The lighting will do a lot too, depending how you post on the lighting and things like that. I actually hired a posing coach. That was awesome. I did like a couple of classes with him. So here when I get not gonna do a stream, but I'll do some posing routines and things like that. So stay tuned for that. As I progress along in my bodybuilding, I will be posting to certain songs and things like that, and showing the work off. Because that's what you bodybuild for, to show the work off. So let's see if you are. Yeah, so playing basketball, you're gonna have to learn how to play the better defense on that. Bro, Jesus created the universe. Go talk to him. Why are you so emphasized on Jesus today? Like, leave that man alone. Leave Jesus alone. He's all right. Like, he got work to do. Fish RL. Yes. It's about 5. Okay. Which supplements do you take? What did you find worked and what didn't work? Okay, I'll tell you right now. Protein powders, they do work. Stick to the cleaner ones. Another thing I wish I knew before I started bodybuilding is nothing is gonna beat real food. Whole ingredient foods. So chicken. How many ingredients are in chicken? 1. How many ingredients are in an egg? 1. How many ingredients are in rice? One. How many ingredients are in an onion? One. So stick to single ingredient foods. Eat whatever you want. You know, at the end of the day, is your life. I'm just saying what works for me. And when it comes to protein powders, they're a supplement supposed to supplement what you already have going on. So you need to try to get as much protein as you can during the day, throughout the day, starting with your breakfast. You know, if you're not doing intermittent fasting or something like that, but you try to get as much protein as you can throughout the day. Hit me with the questions in the chat. Keep hitting me with questions in the chat. So you're gonna get as much protein as you can throughout the day. There's so many different ways that you can get your protein throughout the day. So many different protein sources. But the protein powder is gonna come into play when you're full, especially if you're bulking at the end of the night and you get a caseinate protein that it breaks down slowly throughout the night. You might want to go for that so that you still have protein digesting in your system throughout the night. Remember, you're gonna sleep for 8 hours, or you're gonna sleep 8 to 10 hours. I don't know how much sleep you need. I like to get my 8 to 10, and you know, possibly more sometimes, depending how much I beat myself up in the gym or at work, or possibly both, because I'm a future bodybuilder and truck driver all at the same time. So the protein powders, they work. But it's not something you want to solely rely on. Go with a cleaner one. I would suggest and recommend Jocko, because it doesn't have the artificial sugars. It doesn't have the sucralose. Instead, they sweeten it with the monk fruit and the stevia, which are natural sweeteners that don't have any calories, but they're not man-made chemicals like Splenda is, like Equal is, like sucralose. You know, that's what Splenda is. It's sucralose. It's a man-made chemical supposed to hit your tongue, and it's like 100 times sweeter than sugar. It doesn't have any calories. You can still cut on it. You can still lose weight on it, but you might have a sensitivity to it like I do. I'm sensitive to the sucralose, the Splenda, the chemically man-made artificial sugars. I don't tolerate those well. I get a headache. I get brain fog. My stomach, it kills the gut microbiome, so it can throw off your gut microbiome. I don't have any issues with stevia or monk fruit. So that's why I go with the brand Jocko. And working hard to get sponsored by them one day. So Jocko, if you're watching this, go ahead and sponsor the channel. Go ahead and hit the plug. Hit me up. Another supplement that works, creatine. Creatine will work. Why does creatine work? When you intake it, you get creatine low. Like, do 3 days, 20 grams of creatine, and watch your muscles just like fill up with water. Like, it just sends the water and hydrates your muscles inside. Like, it feels so good. Like, before I just started taking creatine again after taking a long break from it, because I wasn't sure if it was working or not. And the leaner that you are, I feel like the more you can notice the creatine, because it just feels like it makes the muscle bellies just pop more and like hold more water. Like, it helps you hold more water in your muscles. If you're watching this, keep hitting me with questions. Keep hitting the questions. And another supplement that works, melatonin. If you're having trouble sleeping, you're not gonna grow as fast as you think you're gonna grow. So handle your sleep. Make sure you get your sleep hygiene. Hit me up with another question in the chat. All questions are welcome. We're talking bodybuilding right now. Another thing I wish I knew. It was not gonna be easy. It was hard. It's harder, a lot harder than I thought. And it takes a lot more discipline than I thought. It's one of the hardest things that I've ever had to do in my whole entire life. But I love it. I love it. And I breathe it. And it's like, because I can't blame anybody else, and I gotta take sole responsibility for all the progress that I made or the progress that I don't make. Let me see, what else did I wish I knew? Yes, I wish I knew that carbs and sugar, they're not the enemy, but they're a perfect tool for bulking up when you're trying to gain weight. Now, if you're an easy gainer and you put on weight quick, like I do, then for me, it's easier to stay away from the carbs and the sugar unless I'm trying to bulk up. I came down from 222 pounds to 185 now. And I probably do need to make a post on my before and after. So y'all can see that I'm not making it up. And one of the things, I'm not saying that one way of eating is healthier than the other or one style of eating is healthier than the other. But when I tried the ketovore diet, what ended up happening to me is that the ghrelin hormone gets suppressed for me because I'm not releasing insulin. Therefore, I no longer get hungry and I can diet for a long time. The cravings, they get like suppressed. They get lower. I don't get as many cravings as I used to when I'm eating carbs. So when I'm eating carbs, it does work for me if I'm trying to bulk up and gain weight and put on but you end up holding a lot of water and things like that. So I just gotta, in my case, I have to be a little bit more careful with the carbs and the sugar, especially because I'm driving a truck for long hours throughout the day. And this is all I'm doing. This is the movement that I'm doing. I'm not getting a lot of physical activity like back when I was a manager at FedEx. So now that I'm driving a truck, my lifestyle is more sedentary. I don't get as much activity as I used to. And that forced me to alter my diet and change my eating habits in order for me to continue to see the results. Another thing I wish I knew before I started bodybuilding is if you don't tweak and put your diet in check, you're probably gonna be wasting your time at the gym. Yeah, you go to the gym, you probably feel good that you did something with yourself, you're doing something with your life, you're running in the treadmill, you're lifting the weights, but how many calories are in a muffin? A muffin could be 500 calories, but if it takes you an hour to burn that muffin, you might be working backwards here. And there's other alternatives to get your sweets, lower calorie foods and things like that. But the point that I'm trying to make is I don't believe that you can out-train and outwork a bad diet. At least not for me. That has not been my experience. Not in my case. For me, the diet and the way that I eat is what's been giving me my results. So for me, the way that I eat comes first and the training comes second. So everything I do in my training is gonna be aided and helped by the way that I eat, by my diet. If my diet is not on point, my body stops changing and I don't see the results. Once I tweak my diet and I eat the way that I'm supposed to be eating for my body and my goals, I see my body start to change on a daily basis. Daily, on a daily basis. Another thing I wish I knew before I started bodybuilding. If you don't see the results with your own eyes and you don't see the numbers going up, you don't see yourself getting stronger, you don't see yourself getting leaner, you're not seeing results, then you get demotivated and you start losing motivation and traction. And you might want to be like, oh, all right, let me have that pizza. Let me have that. All right, let me have that. You're not seeing it. But when you start seeing the results and start seeing the motivation on a daily basis or a weekly basis, however you're measuring it, then you're like, okay, you know what? Let me not have that muffin. Let me not get the donut. You know what? On Thanksgiving, I'm just going to eat the turkey and eat the protein that's around. I might dip on the veggies. I might have some veggies. And, but I don't need to have the sweet potato. I don't need to keep self-sabotaging. It's just like accepting, Another thing I wish I wish I knew before I started bodybuilding is you're not going to be able to blame nobody but yourself when you're not getting the results that you want. It's a single person sport. A woman can be a bodybuilder. A man can be a bodybuilder, but it's all you got is you, you know, and unless you have a coach. But even if you have a coach and you hire a coach, you cannot blame your coach for your failures unless you were following the plan at 100%. And I really doubt that you're following the plan at 100%. You know, not a lot of people are. When you start coaching, I heard some coaches say, all I want is your 99 because you're never gonna be able to give 100. With that being said, is you're never gonna be able to blame your coach for the results that you didn't get or the results that you're not getting. You're not gonna be able to blame your coach. So that's really I'm an Aries. That's my zodiac sign, and I saw that it says that I like individual sports, and I don't follow the horoscope or nothing like that very closely, but it was very interesting because all of my life I've been playing individual sports. I don't maybe I'll watch team sports. I'll watch the NBA, like that's about it. But when it comes to me playing, I like single people sports. I like bodybuilding. That's all I can blame is me. Skateboarding. If I can't pop the trick, all I can blame is myself. I like playing tennis. If I lose, all I can do is blame myself. I like race car driving. If I lose the race, all I can do is blame myself. Ping pong, pool tables, all of that, you know. I like all of that. And if I lose, then all I can do is blame myself. I can't blame nobody else. But you know, that's really like that in life. We're put here in life, and there's certain cards that you're dealt. But if you don't like the hand that you're dealt, just you might just have to throw the whole deck away, the whole deck of cards, and go get you a new deck so you can play. You might just have to play a different game if you're losing at the game that you're playing. So the universe is giving me the blessings, and I keep asking for wisdom to manage my time. Once I realized that I was misusing my time, I saw that I have a lot more time freed up to be able to achieve my goals and get done the things that I need to get done. So streaming, today I was streaming for one of my subscribers. Shout out to Derek, who asked me if I was going to be streaming tonight. I'm here, Derek, and I did it. And I'm going to upload this stream. If you see it after it gets uploaded, hit the like button. I did it for you. And leave a comment. You better leave a comment, because I got on here for you. And the other people, y'all need to pop some questions in the chat. What's something that you want to know about bodybuilding? Pick my brain here. Pick my brain. I've been researching. I've been studying it for I've been studying bodybuilding for like 4 years. And I didn't even know it was a sport. I didn't even know it was a thing. They got the Arnold Classic. They got the Mr. Olympia competition. They got Mr. Universe. They have the NPC competitions are in your local areas. If you've never been to a bodybuilding show, I highly recommend that you go check one out. They're kind of long, but they got women's, all these different divisions for women. They got women's bikini. They got women's physique. They got women's bodybuilding. They got men's physique. They got men's classic physique, men's open bodybuilding. They got men's 212. There's so many different divisions, so many different height classes. There's so many different weight classes that people enter. So when you're entering a competition, you're competing against yourself, but you have other competitors, and they try to pair you up with people that are going to be competitive against you. And when you enter an amateur bodybuilding competition, there's novice, people that have never competed before. Let's say you do get your pro card. Now the game just gets harder, because now if you get your pro card, not only do you have to pay for it, so you got to find a way to get sponsored, probably through social media and other means. And you pay for your pro card so you can compete around the world with other professional bodybuilders that have won first place, probably in their hometown or in the hometown competition, and they won first place, and you're competing against other people that won first place. So it gets harder as you go and more competitive. But it's lonely at the top. It's lonely at the top, the 1% of the 1%. And Bodybuilding, it could be another thing that I wish I knew about bodybuilding before I started was it gets lonely. It's a lonely sport. You're gonna be at the gym by yourself. You're gonna be cooking by yourself. You're gonna be meal prepping by yourself. You're gonna be eating by yourself. You're gonna be working out by yourself. You're gonna be this, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Bodybuilding ain't easy, but if everybody wanna be a bodybuilder, but don't nobody wanna lift no heavy ass weights. So if it was simple, probably everybody would look like a bodybuilder. I know a lot of people that hate on the sport and hate on bodybuilding is they don't want to do the work, or they probably can't do it, and there's a lot of people out there that hate on bodybuilding, but I don't hate on on bodybuilding. I don't hate on bodybuilders. I love bodybuilding, and my blessings to anybody that out there that's interested in bodybuilding. Is never too late. And we're going to keep going. Not gonna stop. It's been 185. It was hard to get here down to 185, but I did it. And I'm not stopping now. And I want to thank everyone that tuned in today, everyone for watching. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Probably I got another stream idea. If y'all have any stream ideas for me, go leave it down in the comments, in the chat. I don't see nobody else asking questions, so I'm gonna go ahead and hop out of here. I gotta go get my sleep hygiene, and I have to go get my rest. Hit the like button. And on my Instagram, you can follow me at Rican Muscle, or Muscle Rican, at Instagram. And I want to do a stream about what I wish I knew before I became a truck driver. That's going to be a good one. So stay tuned, subscribe, turn your notifications on so you can be notified when I go live. I probably need to be scheduling my lives too to give y'all a heads up, because some people were telling me that when I'm going live, they're not getting notified. So when you hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it, hit all notifications, and you're gonna get my notifications when I go live, so you can see it right there on the spot. This is raw, is real. This is not AI. It's not made up. This is for real. This is real life. I'm a future bodybuilder and truck driver. Like, this is what I do, and both my jobs are 24/7. I got no choice but to live this. And the best thing about this is that nobody is making me do this. I'm doing this because I love it. And then also, I didn't even know that I was gonna end up here on a YouTube stream and loving it. Like, I like this. I like talking on the camera and getting my thoughts out there. I have a lot to say, and I have stories for days, and I could talk here for a long periods of time and get a lot of stuff out there. I'm throwing it out there to the universe that this will inspire somebody. If I can do it and I can work 12 to 16 hours a day and still find the motivation to go work out and still bodybuild, then you could do it too. And if your mama could do it, you could do it too. Just don't do it like your mama. And I'm gonna end on that note. Have a good night, y'all.